Welcome to Future Fighters Cast episode 3, recorded on November 23rd, 2014. Hello everyone, welcome to Future Fighters Cast, and today we have quite a big show. We've got, of course, myself, Giraton. We also have Team Buddyfight, who I'm going to be calling TB for the rest of the show.
Hey guys.
We've also got my brother here, Joel, who recently came second in Australia's Buddyfight Worlds qualifier.
Hello.
He also sounds incredibly like me, so try not to get confused. And finally, we have a friend of mine called Isabel, who's the first girl on like any Buddyfight podcast, so say hello to her.
Hi.
Okay, so we've got quite a big show because we've got a lot of news over the next few sets that are not coming out for quite a while. In fact, probably in the next 2 podcasts we're going to have very little news because of this. But yeah, there has been a lot of card announcements, a lot of things about the 2 new sets. It's going to be packed. So,
Shall we get started?
yes, we should get started. So the first set we're going to talk about is Back to Break to the Future, which is coming out on January, which for one of the first times in the game, other than the dual trial deck set, is English comes out later than Japanese. Which is something to note. It's we get it in January 30th, they get it on January 9th.
Well, I mean, it is Japan. They usually get everything first, and better stuff.
Well, yeah, but all the previous sets, excluding the double trial deck set, they've been on the exact same day, to the point where Australia was getting it before anyone else. Well, New Zealand was getting it before anyone else, but I'm not sure about any stores that are in New Zealand. The sneak preview event includes 2 playmats and 1 Witch of Mischief Iris the Trigger. Okay. Each carton includes 4 premium rubber mats, and each display includes 1 of 4 flags: Dragon World, Darkness Dragon World, Magic World, and Katana World. Okay, I did not know about that. And of course, the set includes support for Dragon World, Darkness Dragon World, Magic World, and Katana World. Average rules apply to booster sets. Not too much to say about this because there's pretty much nothing. We do have the booster art, which I will save for future reference in a bit, which involves Tsuku in his Purgatory Knight armor, and Gao because he's on everything.
Because Gao. This should just be the reason, because of Gao.
Yeah. So, moving on, we have Perfect Pack number 1, which is the Golden Buddy Pack. This is a little interesting because nearly every single card in this set is in Buddy Rare format. Not all cards will say Buddy Rare, but all cards will be gold and covered in that gold glitter stuff.
So, yeah, if you ever wanted, like a legendary Brave Tsuku Buddy Rare, there you go.
Yeah,
All you have to do.
There's a few reprints in this set. Let's just quickly go over that list. So there's a Jackknife Aggressor Buddy Rare. There's Ammonite Demon Buddy Rare, which I really enjoy. Demon Lord as Modai. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been looking forward to that one. There's Dualseeker Tempest Enforcer as a Buddy Rare. Bladewing Phoenix as a Buddy Rare. Durandal as a Buddy Rare, which was everyone was hoping for that sword to be a Buddy Rare. Drumbunker Dragon as a Buddy Rare. No surprise there, honestly. Dragon Knight El Quixote. Oh yeah, it's a Buddy Rare. Fighting Dragon Demon Girdle, which is overall pretty meh. Nanomachine Ninja Tsukikage. Legendary Brave Tsuku.
I'm gonna be the only person who wants that.
Hey, I want it too, because it's
No,
gonna
people
look
want
awesome
it
in
because
gold.
like it's awesome card, and also people run 2 of it.
Everybody likes the Sugu.
I'm gonna have
Anyway.
the SP and the Buddy Rare in deck.
Yeah. And then you'll have the foil. Oh, wait, there is no foil, is there? Damn.
That'd be 4
Death
foils.
Ruler Gallows has a buddy rare. Center of the World Mary Sue has a buddy rare. Yes.
Which everybody wants.
Not me.
Every wizard player.
Every wizard player wants, and I just want it because it's my favorite card in all of trading card game history.
It's because it's Mary Sue.
Evil in Heart Yami Gitsune. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want that because it's gonna look cool.
Yeah. It should be like the buddy in most decks for that setup. Dual Seeker Spartan has a buddy rare, so all 3 Dual Seeker forms now have buddy rares. And Windfairy Sylph has a buddy rare, which is pretty cool. There is also other new cards confirmed, including a Broken Size 3, 1 Gauge Demon, which gives you Gauge, a Valkyrie for Legend World, and Azudea, which we will get to in a second. There's also Amigo, the guy that wears like the Mexican hat during some of the Japanese games. If you watch any of the recreation matches, he's the one that's normally playing the antagonist. To say,
Yay!
he's the little guy that appears in the back of Parako's art. And of
And
course,
yeah, a lot of people want him too.
yeah, he's in Dungeon World. He's a size 3, and he has a cost. That's pretty much all we know right now because somebody's gone around and translating him. Oh wait, oh no, he's a size 3 with 3 crit and 6,000 defense. We don't know his attack. He costs 3 gauge, and so that's going to be costly. It's going to be
Yeah, but he might have like a super OP ability that just says return all monsters on your opponent's field to their hand or something like that. I don't know.
or just some really broken attack that allows it to fight things like Gold Ritter and 10% Forcer.
It's basically some of the most strongest cards in this
But
game.
it's a size 3 adventurer, so considering how the last one went, I'm a bit worried.
It might be like, you know, another deep, powerful bond.
Yeah. So it's either going to be a really good card or a really bad one. So we're going to go over some of the card previews. And this one's funny. We're going to go over Horn of Demise, Galahorn.
Yes, Galahorn.
Yeah. It is an Asgard spell. And it costs 1 gauge. By playing it, you get to search your deck for up to 1 Great Spell Fimbulwinter and put it into your hand. Pretty normal. Until you read its second effect. Then, if you are a primary school student, search your deck for up to 1 additional Great Spell Ragnarok and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck.
So, if you're a middle
If you're
school kid or up, you're basically screwed.
And if you're not even in primary school, you're screwed, although I don't see anyone playing it if they're not at least in primary school.
So basically, I can use it, but
You can't use it. You're not in primary school.
not anymore. Right.
Yeah.
Who do we know could be able to use it?
Our sister, that's it.
And my brother,
She doesn't even
but
play the
not
game.
really, because he's
Yeah.
in year 6.
Year 6 still counts. However,
So years near the end.
Yeah, it's near the end. So, that of course comes in the Buddy Rare double deck. But yeah, that's just a weird card. It's not the only one to do this. There's Drum Bunker's Father, which if you're playing your offspring, you get extra crit and power.
Speaking of drum,
But that's overall pretty odd. Is that it? Anyone got comments on this thing?
If you're an elementary school kid, you have a broken card in your hand.
if
Well, it's not
you-
broken, but it's still close. I honestly think that just searching for Fimbulwinter is pretty good, considering how the setup works, but it's still not great.
If you're not in primary school, it's You're too old for this game.
I think that's what this card is saying. That's funny. They're the only people that are gonna buy this card are like out of school because it's in the most expensive set. Oh well. At least for English anyway. For Japan, that's a whole different thing. So next up, we got Purgatory Knight's Curse Phoenix Dragon. It is a Darkness Dragon World card. It is an Armored Dragon and a White Dragon. This ability is, you may only call this card if you have 3 or more different cards with Purgatory Knights in its card name in your drop zone. And when this card enters the field, destroy a spell card with set on your opponent's field. That's 5,000 power, 2 crit, 2,000 defense as a size 1, so slightly better than 1,000 rapier. I like this card. I like it a lot.
I don't. For the fact that it counts as me.
Oh yeah, bye-bye to all your former
Mission
party
cards.
cards. Yeah,
No,
mission
not
cards.
just
Yeah,
former party.
yeah.
Because I play something over that.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
you
end
have
up
fun
being
playing.
annoying.
It's not just the former party.
I like this card. If it killed a weapon, it would be as well. It would be like, okay, that's broken. But yeah, set spells that count as a lot of things. It can kill off Fimbulwinter.
Yes.
Can it kill off Secret Sword, or is that an impact?
That's an impact. It doesn't count.
Ah,
Trust
dang
me,
it.
I've tried.
Yeah. So this is a good card. Purgatory Knights are gonna like this thing, especially since he's just straight up 1,000 Rapier clone. I wouldn't run more than 3 of him though, just because of that restriction is gonna get a little annoying sometimes. Yeah, I think about 3. 4 is gonna end up being a little bit too annoying with that restriction. I've seen the same case with the Dual Dragon guy.
But what do you know? This is Buddy Fight. Someone's gonna have 4 in their deck and top deck this and win. So.
Oh, it is a
No.
promo card, so you might have trouble getting it.
I might have trouble getting 1, but getting 4, that's another story.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to run 2. Probably the best decks will run 3, but 4 just seems a bit much. And then there's going to be people who are going to run it at Buddy, but that's honestly dumb. So next up is a new Asmodai from the Tomorrow Asmodai trial deck. This is the size 3 of the deck. It's Champion Wrestler Asmodai. He costs 2 gauge and has an ability called Backdrop Something, which, considering we have an English version of this shown as an image, I don't know how we don't have that translated.
Well, for the fact that no one's been able to zoom in.
Yeah, backdrop at way 72. What the hell?
We're not going to bother here. Read the effect.
Yeah, it's too blurry. When this card enters the field, you may discard as many cards as you like from your hand. If you do, destroy cards on your opponent's field equal to the number of cards you have discarded from your hand. And he has double attack, has 9,000 power, 2 crit, 1,000 defense, and is a size 3, as I said earlier.
So, probably like a really good Demon Lord Asmodai.
He's an upgrade to Demon Lord Asmodai, except for one problem. He's a size 3.
And another problem, he only has 1,000 defense.
That's true.
So a person just could play a monster or use the weapon just to destroy this card.
If he
And
had-
you really can't bounce it back because you can't use a magical goodbye.
If it had one, if it like pay one extra gauge and make him a size 2, or just have 1,000 more power, I think I would actually like this card a bit. But at the moment, he's not great.
Also, Comet. Comet can just basically destroy this card.
Oh, it's like somebody is referencing the sumo version of him that was in the show. It's like, so not the sumo guy after all. Oh, that would have been funny. It's like the acrobatic sumo.
We just went from dancing
That
to
random
wrestling.
bit that just happened in the show, and was like, okay, so that's a thing.
We just went from dancing to wrestling.
Well, now we're up to dancing again. Dance Asmodai. Dance Asmodai is a size 2 with 6,000 power, 2 crit, 1,000 defense. Is costs 1 gauge to play, and when this card enters the field, you get to draw a card. I like this card. I wouldn't run 4 of it, but I like this card. I might run 3. Depends on how many's in the trial deck. There's a lot of Asmodai stuff in this trial deck, and it makes the play
Let's
Asmodai guide really cool. So, any comments on this?
Well, yeah, it can be good. I mean, it's more draw power for Magic World, so a bunch of Magic World players are going to be good.
Yeah, it's always plus 0.5, but like it's in the form of card draw, which is actually really good.
No other comments.
Okay. Well, now we get into some of the little more broken cards. Say hello to the first adventurer that is a size 0.
Shiny up Hanako.
Okay. It is a size 0, as I said. It's 3,000 power, 1 crit, 2,000 defense. So it's a Garg in power level. She costs 1 gauge, and all other monsters on your field get power plus 1,000 plus gets power of plus 1,000 and defense of plus 1,000. Yeah. So, anyone else worried about a size 0 adventurer?
Nope. Not at all, and this card looks super cute anyway, so that's another good thing about it.
No one's worried. Well, they should be.
So next up, we're going back into Darkness Dragon World with Painfield, which is not as OP, but I like it as a technical card. It costs 2 gauge and 1 health. Counts as dealing damage to yourself. And it's a set spell. When an attack of a card on your field is nullified by your opponent, deal 1 damage to your opponent.
So Dragon Shield's health gain doesn't work.
Yep. And you may only set 1 pain field on your field. Your opponent may only gain life by Buddy Gift. So Green Dragon Shield doesn't even activate its healing ability.
Nope. No,
instead of gaining life, you're paying 1 life. Basically, this just gives all nullify spells pay 1 life cost.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna get annoying really fast.
That would actually.
That would get really annoying. It's like, okay, I'm going to attack you. No, I'm going to nullify that. You can't hit me. Well, I still do the 1 damage.
Yeah. You're fluctuating your volume all over the place, but nah. So any thoughts on Painfield?
Just remember I'm the first.
Yeah, of course you shouldn't run this at 4, but maybe 2.
2 sounds nice. I like 2.
Okay.
It's just gonna get really annoying.
I think this is definitely. I want to put this in a Demios deck rather than my control deck. Honestly.
Really hot.
Just because multiple attacks, your opponent's gonna have to know something.
Isn't this the first set spell for Darkness Dragon World, or no?
It is.
It might be. I can't remember if there's anything else.
Not that Darkness Dragon World needed a set spell.
I can't think of any set spells.
No world technically needs a set spell. It's just cool.
Except Dungeon.
So next up, we have Distortion Punisher. I think this card hints towards the first Gal loss. I hope.
Yeah, we all hope, but it's Bushi
It may
World
not
and
happen.
Buddy Fight, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's an impact, and this finally replaces Slow Painful as the most optimal. Slow Painful in the trial deck impact as being the most optimal impacts for Darkness Dragon World, and for good reason. This card costs 4 gauge. You may only cast this card if you use one of the following abilities if your opponent has 4 life or less, and neither you nor your opponent has a monster in the center. You either deal 4 damage to your opponent during your impact phase, or counter, and it's called Counter Final. During your opponent's final phase, you may use this ability when your opponent casts an impact. Deal 4 damage to your opponent. So, I'm not sure how that last ability is going to come into play that often, because there's not many decks that cost your own life to play. And very few decks actually rely on that, so this is going to be an interesting card.
So it look like a going to a Punisher.
It
In a
is,
way.
but it can be nullified and it can be reduced, which is important to know.
Yes.
But it's better than Slow Painful.
Which means that Gal might be a big luck sucker and pull out the impact nullifier.
If he does that, and he somehow has like 8 gauge, I'm just gonna have a face palm.
So
Yeah.
he may not lose because he's a luck sacking bitch.
Pretty much.
Yep. But this will be interesting to see because Darkness Dragon World, especially Darkness Dragon World control decks, have a very big issue with actually finishing the opponent off. Death has no issue, but Black Dragons do. And because they have trouble finishing, people actually run the impacts, including myself. Mostly slow painful. This because you get the gauge from both Stigma and Death Wizard, which you run 2 of Stigma and 3 of Death Wizard is my most optimal play. So you end up with the full gauge eventually, and then you just finish off your opponent, which is really important for that deck. And now that we got this impact, which is like a lot better to use because you don't have to rely on killing your own unit in case it fails, and also it acts as a counter, which can really screw over your opponent. It's interesting. I'm gonna run it.
I'm gonna run it too as my main impact too. Even though Slow Pain Fall was fun to use, it's just, you know, this is a whole lot better.
I want to see this art in SB because it's Tasuku in his Purgatory form just slamming down a black Gargantua blade.
What is Tasuku versus Yao? So this will definitely be an interesting match.
So, next up, we start moving back to some broken cards with Probe Dragon Emperor Azudea.
Do not get thrown off by the name.
This is an Ancient World size 2. Has the Buddy Rare foil. My god, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, I did say that.
If you have a size 3 monster on your field, discard this card from your hand and pay 1 gauge. If you do, for this turn, a monster on your field gets Penetrate.
And that's why it's called Probe Dragon, because it has the ability to penetrate.
I said that.
I don't care, but it's so good. Anyways.
It's really good because there are so many ways of like, just dealing a heaps of damage in Ancient World. There's the double attack, there's the triple attack. There's the new size 3 promo. Is that a promo?
This
I think it's
gives
promo.
people more reason not to play centers anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In fact, this is like counter Ancient World.
Which is why I want this card.
So you could just go with like, I think the max you could do is 6 crit penetrate double attack. Just going off 1 of each card.
And then when you go to Tempest and Force, you don't even need it because it automatically...
In fact, you can go up to 9 crit if you're incredibly lucky with penetrate and double attack.
That was both of us in synchronized then.
Or you can do it with triple attack and have 7 damage.
Become OP very fast.
Which is why
Well-
Ancient World is coming back!
Well, to be fair, Tempest and Force already has
well, not really
penetrate,
coming
but-
back. Okay, Ancient World is finally getting the support it needed.
Yeah.
Even
Ancient
though
World
it's
was
gonna
coming
make
back
it
just
work.
because of the overuse of Dungeon World. Now this thing comes along and it's like, oh, okay, Ancient World's starting to become a
You
force
play
to be
center?
reckoned with.
You play center, you die.
So before we go on to the other broken Ancient World card, we're going to move on to Death Rule
Wait, there's
13.
another one?
Yeah, there's another one. Death Rule
Yeah, can I
13.
say Death Ruler 13 might be a pretty broken card?
It can. So it's a size 3 for Darkness Dragon World. It's a death card. Its artist is Daizuka Izuka, which means this card is going to be good. And
That's
it
just the
costs
artist,
2
man.
gauge. 2 gauge. And when this card enters the field, you deal 1 damage to your opponent. If there is exactly 13 cards in your opponent's drop zone, you deal 5 damage to the opponent instead. It also has double attack. The thing to note here is that it has 13,000 power, 2 crit, and 3,000 defense.
So much
I
better.
love the amount of 3s in this card. Now, if only it had triple
2.
attack, and it would just be crazy.
That's only 2 3s.
No.
In there.
13, 3, 3.
Oh, so
The ability to deal damage when your opponent has 13 cards in the
13.
drop zone. It's just 13s and 3s.
If it had 3 crit, it'd be more of a cost, but that would be a lot of 3s there.
I wanted to have triple attack. That would be amazing.
Oh god,
Yeah,
triple
three-
attack. Okay,
three
It would be
It's
too
not
OP.
making
a really, really broken card.
Oh yeah, it'd be broken as hell, but my god would it be fun.
With an extra crit and an extra gauge.
And then someone attacks with the purifier.
So-
bomb.
This can attack.
No. If that had triple attack, okay, I think Bushido would have to do a ban list, and that would be the first one on the ban list.
I would love 13 to be on the ban list. It's just
It's like
unlucky
Death
number
Roll 13 invents the ban list. Top of the list, Death Roller 13.
Oh, and if it had 3 crit, then
And
said
triple
that.
attack. Okay, let's stop thinking of ways to make it even more broken.
it would probably cost like 5 gauge if that was the case.
Yeah.
Let's talk about other broken cards other than making one even more broken.
If it costs 3 gauge, that'd be interesting. It's just 3s. I just want 3s. 3, 3,
Why
3.
do you want so many
It's the
threes?
magic number.
Like, it's a 3-3 for 3.
It's a 13 3 for 3 for 3. Because it's grade 3. Just 3s.
Size 3.
Yeah,
Not
size
talking about it. We're talking about body fight terms.
I like this
Get it
guy.
right.
It's too funny.
Too broken. Let's move on.
Will do. Now we go into the joke card this time. We've got
Another
Lovin' Puddin' Drum. It's a size 2 Dragon World card. Has the attributes of Armor Dragon, Red Dragon, and Pudding.
We're gonna have a pudding archetype? No way! I
Um,
can't wait for
It
that.
has 5,000 power, 2 crit, and 5,000 defense for 1 gauge. But if you have 6 life or less, it gains extra 2,000 power, 2,000 defense, and critical 1. It actually turns into a pretty good card then.
I can't wait to put this in my dessert menu.
Just make a dessert deck. It's just all the most sweetest cards in the game.
Cherry jackknife.
Gummy Slime!
Gummy slime!
Just make it
God, this
crosswords just for
escalated
the sake
fast.
of it. Just crossword, just so you can do that.
And then with a pudding flag.
This is the pudding flag.
Dessert world.
Dessert world.
It's gonna end up becoming deserted.
No.
It's just full of really weird cards.
Well, that's what the joke is. Ridiculous cards that do not work well together, thrown into one deck to make one piece of shit.
Calm down the swearing, Joel, but okay.
It's alright.
So after that, we're finally up to the other Ancient World card. Rogue Deity Dragon Emperor Itil Diablos.
Okay.
Oh, don't even get me started with this card and how broken it is.
Okay,
Not
so
just
this
by the name you're getting
this
afraid?
card is a new Ancient World size 3. It is a
Oh.
Dragon Lord, and it costs 3 gauge. You put the top 2 cards from the top of your deck into this card's soul. So it has 2 Soul Guard. It has double attack, Soul Guard, and we don't know the lifelink yet. We're still trying to get that translated. But its special ability is that when the number of cards in this card's soul becomes 0, this card gains 3,000 power, 3,000 defense, 3 critical, and it already starts off with 7,000 power, 2 crit, 6,000 defense. That means if you have 0 soul, it is a 10, 5, 9 with double attack.
So, yeah. There's not going to be a lot of dual secret players anymore.
Yeah, this
I
pretty
think
much replaces
every dual
And
secret
then we use the card that we're
player is
talking
going to go here and play this card.
So, not only do you beef this up to that ridiculous level, but
You
there's
get
also
Penetrate.
the other monster that you could give it Penetrate. So that's 5 crit, Penetrate, double attack. And you can give it extra crit with another card, which I have neglected to look up.
Ancient world beats ancient world.
So you can just get this to scary amounts of levels.
And
Very easily.
if you had made a ban list, this might be on the list.
Might
Behind
be.
the other one, obviously.
Behind
Might be,
the other
but
one, yes.
honestly,
Behind
Ancient
Death
World
World
needed
13.
this because remember, Ancient World still only has full nulls that only activate if you have a size 3. They do have the counter. They do have like Wraith Trigger in that, which also kind of works. But
Wraith
For the most part-
Dragon Outlaw.
for the most part, Ancient World is still there, and it's still this card still can't get past Gold Ritter very easily because you have to get rid of all his soul in order to hit Gold Ritter, and
Well,
by
yeah.
then you'd be penetrated to death by Gold Ritter.
Yeah. So other than that, pretty awesome.
Although you can put Ultimate Buddy on it.
Yes, you use that as last soul.
Yeah.
But that means 3 soul the opponent has to get.
So it's like at with 1 soul left, he's still got 12,000 power. As soon as he loses that, it goes down to 10, but his defense increases, and so does his crit. Okay.
Fair enough.
I like this card a lot. Continuing on to the Buddy Rare set, we've got 1 Gauge Demon. This is a dungeon enemy size 1, which is... it's alright. Has 3,000 power, 2 crit, 1,000 defense, so it's not very strong. But every time this card deals damage to your opponent, you get 1 gauge off the top of your deck.
Oh, I thought it meant that he only costs 1 gauge.
Nope. You gain 1 gauge every time he hits the opponent.
Oh, that's good as well.
You know what would be funny? If they said it's 1 gauge demon, and then, like, after you get 1 more gauge, this guy just gets destroyed.
He
It's
will.
1 gauge demon,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you only get 1 more gauge.
You only
Unless
get
you team him up with Tetsuya.
That's 2 gauge demon then.
Yeah. Oh, the gauge. I'm pretty sure they're expecting people to kill this off as quickly as possible. But considering how dungeon enemies work,
They like being killed. So
Wait a minute, no, never mind. You can't even use Tetsuya's ability.
yes,
with
you
this
can. You
card.
team
You
it
have
up.
to
You,
link
you triple link with Tetsuya, a weapon that is adventurer, and this thing.
or the size 0 adventurer.
Or that.
Oh, okay then.
That might work. Or like any size 1 adventurer that you could just slap down the center, although it's honestly not optimal.
Well,
But,
adventurers are just size 1s and size 2s.
So yeah, 1 Gauge Dragon, I think dungeon enemies probably needed this, but it's not the best card. Just because, like, overall,
Where's my fan here?
overall
Not just
dungeon
computer.
dungeon world has low gauge charging. So next up is Valkyrie Omniscience Elivdol.
Right, this one.
Ovidol is its apparently phonetic Japanese name. Okay, so this card is a size 0 for Legend World, is Asgard and Hero, has 3,000 power, 1 crit, 1,000 defense, and cards with great spell in its card name you cast cannot be nullified. When this card is discarded from hand, put the top card of your deck into your gauge and draw a card. Okay, I did not see that last time I looked at this, but okay.
A good second ability.
Okay,
Works well in Asgard.
so, yeah, it's...
So Merlin, and this is pretty broken.
Oh yeah, this does work with Merlin. Oh wait, no it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Why not?
It's a hero.
But Merlin only targets spells and items.
Yeah, but when you drop this, you get... Oh yeah, when you drop this, you get a gauge and another card.
Well, that's not. That doesn't make it broken.
Yeah, it doesn't work with Merlin because it can't be searched with Merlin, because Merlin only targets spells and items.
This is a
But
size
still,
0.
it's pretty good.
I don't know. I've been seeing too many broken cards, so I think everything is broken now.
Well, we've only seen.
Well, I don't think Valkyrie is a broken card. It's a nice addition. It works kind of well with a Ragnarok.
We've only got like 4 broken cards.
But
so
overall,
far, so
it's
moving on.
pretty meh. Because this does get you the gauge and the new card to draw after you play Ragnarok, which means you're giving yourself some resources after killing everything off.
Next card?
I think that's actually everything, honestly.
No, you forgot about, Asmodai! Let's play!
Okay, let's play. Let's do a let's play. Let's play as Modai.
Let's play as Modai.
When this card enters the field, if you have a card with Asmodai in its card name in your drop zone, you gain 1 life. It is 5,000 power, 1 crit, 1,000 defense, size 1. I like this in the trial deck. I like this overall because it gives Magic World some more vanilla test passing size 1s. It's a good card. It's not the best card. It's not as good as Asmodai, like the original Demon Lord. He's okay.
Yeah. I just really like him because, it's good for a Shiloh deck. The more life you can gain, the better, really.
People will probably just use this just for the power level, honestly. And, like, the life is for
You do
free.
not want to damage this card cover, Isabel. This is the only thing between that and another card sleeve for your deck use.
Don't worry about the card sleeve. So yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Okay.
So,
You guys should talk about the worlds,
yep.
the main topic.
Okay, so recently, us three all went to Australia's Buddyfight Worlds.
Should Isabel go first? I mean, she was out of the tournament first.
Yeah, I'll just go over it first. So we all went to our Australian qualifier. Pretty big event. I went in as Darkness Dragon World. My brother went in as
Dungeon
Pure
World.
Dungeon Dungeon World. And what did you go with?
I went with my hero deck.
Your Legend World Hero deck, which was overall.
Yeah, it could have been better. Can't help.
Yeah. So yeah, you should start off with your experience first because you were out of the tournament pretty quickly. So
Yes, I had like lots of fun. Although I only won one match. I can't remember what that was against. But
Do you know your place?
I was like 23rd or something.
Out of like 34 people?
did you win any matches during the actual tournament thing, Tom?
I won one match.
Okay, fair enough. So you
Any-
at least made it to third round because
Yeah.
it's double elimination.
Yeah.
Double
Congratulations.
elimination, one battle per round. So
Okay.
wasn't the
That's
best.
still pretty good.
Yep, and don't know what else to say. I had lots
just
of fun.
continue on to the next person.
So yeah, I entered in with my Darkness Dragon World deck. Newly built
Our
everything.
Darkness
Yes,
Dragon
our
World.
Darkness Dragon World deck. And it went pretty well. I ended up making it to top 8, made 5th place. And the deck was working as intended. I had this awesome battle where I was up against a Dungeon World player, Dungeon Mixed, and we were both down to 1 life. Well, he was at 5 life, but I had to deal damage to him to get him down to 1 life. And I had the impact in hand. So painful. No, wait, no. He had exactly 4 life left after hitting it. I had to 100% rely on slow painful getting through his Glory Seeker. So I ended up playing it, using up all my gauge. He activates Glory Seeker, and he didn't end up getting a spell. It was instead a weapon. And I was like, yes! Okay, best game. OP. It was a tough game overall. It was down to that wire, so... Yeah, slow painful works.
Yeah.
It is not a bad... it's a bad card, but it works because Darkness Dragon World has a killing issue. You probably won't win games normally as Darkness Dragon World as, actually hitting with monsters. No, you're normally finishing off with impacts and spells. Which is odd. So I ended up making it to top 8 and then losing in the first round, but because I was the highest ranked out of the people who made it to top 8 other than Joel, who didn't lose a match, and someone else. So, considering I lost, I ended up not making it to top 4. So, the next place was 5. So, I took 5th place with a Darkness Dragon World deck that was overall still in beta. So, I'm happy with that. I'm glad I even finished the deck first. Unfortunately, I probably should have played Danger World because there was no representation of Danger World at all.
And
Really?
because that's your deck.
I gave it to someone else for the tournament and they gave it back, so it's just okay. So finally, you, Joel, who didn't lose a match until top 3.
My first match was against a friend of mine who played Jackknife. He plays Jackknife. I burn it instantly. I did not want him to pull off Jackknife's skill to basically get more Jackknives and Jackknives. So I stuck him on 1 Jackknife with no soul. So I basically just continuously destroyed all his Jackknives and then hit him, with him having no field and very little hand, which ended the game both times, with a 2-0. He was very annoyed at that. That was his first loss in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on. I actually versed the champion earlier on in the tournament, in the top 8. He's using Mixed Dungeon, obviously. And he played Glory Seeker. I destroyed that immediately next turn. With Cecilia's Spell Disarm. He played another one though. The turn after. But that was more cards discarded from his hand, leaving him with only 2 cards left.
So you were wasting his resources slowly.
Yes. So then I hit him, and this was elimination of 1. Actually, no,
It was 1 round. If
One
you
round.
lose, it's double elimination, so you can only lose twice.
yeah, so... Then I had my Glory Seeker with Tetsuya. So I swung at him, then had to swing at him again, and then it all came down to his Glory Seeker, and he got a monster. Didn't work for him.
Yep. So you won that match.
Well, actually, my first match in top 8 was against another Jackknife player, but this was a proper Jackknife player.
This was Jackknife Gold Ritter.
And the only reason I actually... This is my first loss, but I didn't actually count it as a loss because it was like a best of 3.
Yeah.
But the only reason I lost is because I didn't know I could actually link attack even if it doesn't go through. So I had Adric in hand, another Adric, so I could have played both Adrics and just linked at nothing and deal 2 to him and won the game.
Yeah, all you have to do is just...
I found out when I had Kira in hand when he was playing Jackknife, so I linked at that, but he killed it anyway with counterattack, but it still got rid of his soul.
Yep.
Then he played another Jackknife, burned it. Then he played another Jackknife, burned it. And then he tried to play another Jackknife and put burn energy in the center. And I said, you can't do that. He goes, damn it, you're right. Back in hand. Screws him up completely. And I won because of that silly mistake of his.
Yep. And then final round against you and the person who actually ended up winning because you made 2nd place.
Yes, that was a ridiculous match for me.
It was Adventurers versus Dungeon Mixed.
Yes, he played drum in center. He had what's the penetrate +1 crit adventure Shilavar, that's it.
Shilavar.
He had Shilavar and Mamishiba. I killed them both. He then uses continue to bring them back. I killed them again. He uses continue to bring them back. He kept hitting me for 3 crits.
All
2
while
crit,
Drum was just sitting
3
in the
crit.
center. All while Drum was just sitting in
He
the
kept
center.
hitting me for 8 each turn. I was able to know and keep myself alive, but it was annoying. I played a monster in the center. He used another continue to get shit.
It got to the point where the person who was doing that was complaining.
It's like, how am I doing this?
Just get top deck and continues. I've got it recorded, but it was really bad lighting, so I might not release that. I'm gonna wait until somebody who got a better recording of it releases it.
And then it came to the final match where I played a monster in the center. I was going, okay, it's all down to Drums, rock, paper, scissors. Then he uses continue and brings them back, and I go, no, it's not. 3 crit penetrate, done, game over.
Yeah. Yeah. But you ended up coming 2nd place, still got an invite, but not the actual paid trip and accommodation
That is
stuff.
not.
So.
I get an invite, but nothing else. No other prizes, no consolation prize, no nothing. Just an invite and say that I have to pay the $1,000 to get there.
$1,000, not including passport.
Not including accommodation.
Yeah, not including accommodation.
So it accumulates to about $2,000 just for me to get there. And sleep there.
For 2 days! Whatever.
You should have gotten something
So-
else.
Yeah, overall, you did pretty well, and I am so happy because I built that deck for you.
And I used it properly.
So I can't wait until Hunter Surge starts bludging me about my deck choices.
Pure adventurers! For the win!
Bitstriker was also there. He ended up losing in the 3rd round, eventually. So he didn't stick around for very long in the tournament. However, he stuck around for all the side events and stuff. We had lunch together. It was good meeting him.
I also got 2 of my stuff signed by the...
Oh yeah, because the CEO of Bushy Road was there, and he signed a few things. Not much, but a few.
He used my golden permanent marker to sign my mat and my SP Tsuku.
Yeah, you have a signed SP Tsuku now.
And a plain white mat with your drawing of a map creation.
Oh yeah.
And that's also really well signed.
Yeah.
That's in the...
Yeah, we tried getting this Buddy Rare Demio Sword Dragon that Isabel's holding.
Yeah, he wasn't there for very
signed,
long. He only
but-
did like 5
yeah.
people. Even the champion was actually complaining that he wasn't able to get anything signed.
Yeah.
He was flipping it.
Yeah. Oh well.
I guess the CEO was busy.
Yeah, he was. He had to go to a meeting.
Speaking of Demios, can we talk about it now?
Yes!
Let's talk about Demios!
It was meant to be random talk, but okay, we'll move straight on to Demios because we're actually, how long has this been going for? Yeah, we're starting to reach the first hour mark, so we better move on to Demios. It's like 45 minutes. So, yeah, so Purgatory Knights leader Demios Sword Dragon. This card is a size 2 with 6,000 power, 2 crit, 3,000 defense, has a counter ability that during your turn you may destroy another monster on your field with Purgatory Knights in its card name. If you do, you get to stand this card.
You get
Again.
attacking 6 times.
You can get, with a weapon, a size 0 and a size 1 to attack 6 times.
Swing with monster, swing, kill, stand again.
Imagine
That's if
Judgment
you're
Day
Stand
on
again.
this.
Swing with weapon, swing with that guy.
Yeah, that's if your opponent doesn't burn it.
Well, yeah, it's only got 3,000 defense. I mean, that's probably something in... No, wait, no, that only does 2,000 power. 2,000 defense.
Yes, he's probably only going to last 1 turn, so he's a little interesting that way. But there's a weapon that really helps him out. We didn't go over this, but Purgatory Blade Fatal. This card is a lot like Drago Wing in that it costs 1 gauge, has 4,000 power, 2 crit, and has an ability to gain crit. But how it gains crit is when a monster on your field is destroyed for this turn, it gets +1 critical. This ability may only be used once per turn. And considering the only other 3 crit weapon in Darkness Dragon World absolutely sucks, this is a good card.
Yeah, probably just I'll probably run a Purgatory Knights deck just because I've got a buddy.
Oh, it's a dragon
Yeah.
weapon. I was going to say if it was...
Currently the card is out in Buddy Rare format only. In Break to the Future, it will be released as a rare, most likely.
Okay, guys. Imagine Judgment Day with this.
Oh
With
my
the
god,
6
I
attack.
wish...
What?
I wish Judgment Day
Day.
could work with it, but it can't.
Why?
Because Judgment Day only works on death. It's the card that gets extra crits.
Yes, the death one. I was thinking
Aw,
that.
dang it, I forgot.
Oh, if it could work. If there was like a card that could like give attributes to cards, that would be amazing.
Oh, shit. That would go straight into Darkness Dragon World to go, this card is now death.
Okay, Bushiro, you heard that card idea. Make this card more broken.
Well,
Just
that's if
make a
Bushiroad's
generic
listening.
card, give any card another attribute of another card that's on the field. For
On
2
your
gauge.
side of the field.
Yeah, on your side of the field. For 2 gauge.
It's interesting.
Could be to the end of the turn.
Maybe 3,
or-
because it's generic.
Oh, generic. Wow, that's going to be running so many decks then, if that's created.
Though, if
You
Bushiroad
could,
is probably going to
like,
make that, they'll make it a
put that
Dragon
into
World
a-
card and
like,
just screw us
Put
all
that
over.
into a Dungeon World deck. You could turn dungeon enemies into adventurers.
Oh!
Okay, yeah,
That's gonna
Bushiro,
be scary.
don't do that card idea. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no. If you're going to make that card, make it Dragon World. Yeah.
Darkness, Dragon World.
No, Dragon World.
Well, I thought we were going to do it for Demios.
That would be cool for Demios, but...
But if we make
but
it
if they
generic,
make it
and it's going to be
generic,
thrown into a Dungeon World deck, and we go like, everything is adventurers, or everything is dungeon enemy.
everything can be targeted by Tetsuya.
I'm going to hit you with Gargnar for 4 crits. Stand again, 4 crits.
Look with Gardener, isn't that a size 3?
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Well,
Tetsuya's a
sorry.
size 1.
Sorry.
Yep.
Forgot that.
However, it will work with the Life Link size 2. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
don't make that card!
It's shit.
Screw the idea.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Don't
Okay,
worry
do you
about
still want to do random talk?
it. Well, we should at least rate this card first. First of all, at the moment, Demios sucks because there's only 3 other Purgatory Knights that are in Darkness Dragon World. There's technically 4 Purgatory Knights out, and only 2 of those 3 can actually be targeted by his ability, and both of them have really bad stats.
We need more Purgatory Knights.
Oh, we're getting them.
Oh, we're
need
gonna
them
get
soon.
them.
Also, the only size 0 that's been revealed for Purgatory Knights is currently still a promo. So that's going to be a little annoying to get your hands on if you want full copies of that. And we don't even know how it's going to come out. It's like, we see it in the comic book and it's being revealed as a promo. That's all we know. So yeah, Purgatory Knights basically base their entire thing around that, and I'm so glad this card exists because it probably makes Purgatory Knights the multiple attack deck. Because if you look at Thunder Knights, the first Thunder Knights had Move on it. That was, I forget his name now.
You can look it up.
Not if I don't know his name. Anyway, the first Thunder Knights had Move on it, and the first Purgatory Knight had Double Attack on it. So I was hoping, as Purgatory Knights were being, like, confirmed as a thing, I was so hoping for Purgatory Knights to just be multiple attacks, and considering Demios came out, I'm so happy because that thing has, like, triple attack, possibly?
He had the most triple.
More so if you use Ultimate Buddy on a size 1. Because then, like, the Soul Guard also counts.
So you
So,
can have
yeah,
quadruple attack.
Demios, really good. Just not yet.
It's good, but not yet. So right now,
will be
it's a
good.
pretty bad
It's
card.
gonna be good, and I'm gonna make a deck out of it.
And you
Lucky
should not
didn't
run
sell
it yet.
then.
Also, we must
What?
say that because this is Darkness Dragon World, they get all the OP spells. So, yeah.
Remember
Which
the
is
spell
weird
in the
because
troll deck?
isn't-
It's just like, play, destroy something.
Yeah.
That's... My friend likes spamming that.
Yeah, no, you don't use... Yeah, most decks don't even use that. It's like counter Ancient World stuff. So yeah, I guess we're done with Demios then.
Alright, put him away.
So, for the last 10 minutes, we're going to talk about, well, anything Buddyfight related. Any of you got any comments to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Don't look at me, I already said everything.
Okay, current decks then. That's like my fallback topic. So I'm currently playing Darkness Dragon World, Danger World, no surprise there, but I'm also starting to build a Jackknife deck. Turning out well already. I just need some Blue Dragon shields. And another
Which-
Jaeger. We need to find Jaeger.
Yeah, guys, missing.
Because
We miss-
I'm not building Gold Ritter,
We
I'm
need to
building...
hunt for the hunter.
Yeah. I'm building Thunder Raid Snipe deck kind of thing. TB?
I have 3 decks right now. I have a Danger World deck, which is mostly a complete ace build. The only difference with it has Armonite Demon.
Well, Demon's always good.
I have a Darkness Dragon World Spectral Strike with a Death Ruler Gallows in it.
Okay.
And I have a Jackknife Gold Ritter. Because of that
Okay.
Penetrate 5 and 10,000
I know
defense
exactly
and
what you
attack.
mean.
And 10,000 defense as the player,
Yeah.
with link attacks being reduced to 2.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
why you play Adric. Boom.
Adric is just so good. So broken.
What?
Oh yeah, Gold Ritter first turn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Gold Ritter 1 turn. My friend had all of the jackknives in hand. So he played jackknife. Then he played jackknife Jaeger or something. 1 game. So he played burn energy, going back up to... Okay, so that was already 3, 1, 2, 1. He's back up to 3.
Yep.
Plays Thunderstorm. Pays his life, kills nothing. Pays his life, kills nothing. Pays his life, kills nothing.
And
Gold Ritter!
No,
And
did
whacks
he
the 5.
did he play a Jackknife gift or any
No,
health
no,
gain
no,
after
just
that?
jackknife after jackknife after jackknife.
Oh, because that would be so funny if he had any
Jackknife gift.
healing.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh god, healing after all that.
But it doesn't matter because we like finished it this turn 2. So
Turn 3 actually.
turn 3. Okay.
Because Nathan was not dying.
Okay.
He wanted to stay alive. He didn't want to die.
He wasn't gonna stay alive for long.
So Isabel, your deck.
My deck is a Legend World Medusa deck, based on like the Gorgon sisters.
Well, you could say Gorgon deck then.
Yeah,
not
Gorgon.
Medusa.
It's pretty good so far.
Probably need to do a bit more testing. You need
Yeah.
more. What's that? Symbol guard, I think.
Yeah,
Symbol Guard. We
Yeah.
both, me, you and Leo need them.
Yeah, they're hard to find.
Well, yeah, they're double rares.
Yeah.
We got the spell nullifiers fine, so.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty happy with it so far,
Fair enough.
and I just saw like Medusa's a card. It's like I want to make a deck based on her because I'm all into mythology and all that.
Yes, let's make a deck with about a girl with snakes in it.
You do have 2 of the double rare Gorgon, which is not bad.
I got
Wait, if you wanted to make a Medusa deck, why not do the Danger World Medusa?
Oh yeah, there's oh my god, there's 2 Medusas. Ah! Okay. That's funny. Okay. Well, to be fair, like, Gorgons are better, honestly.
And you have
as a flavor-wise, Gorgons are better.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I also used to play Dragon World, which I've given to my brother.
Wait, hang on a second. Used to?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
don't
play Dragon World no more?
No,
Mm,
I don't
no
play
need.
Dragon World anymore.
Finally, people are giving up Dragon World.
No, I'm not. Jackknife.
Was not talking to you.
Yeah, so basically with all the hundreds and thousands of leftover Dragon World cards I have,
Stupid Gold Ritter just kept bringing people back in.
yeah, so all the spare Dragon World cards I have, I made my brother a deck based on the the sword dragons. Left
It's
sword,
basically-
right
it's
sword,
basically
and
The
center
left, the right, and the center sword dragons.
It's basically Musketeer Dragon deck.
sword. Yeah,
just without the Musketeer Dragon.
Do you have 4 copies of Thousand Rapier?
yeah, I got 4,000 rapier.
Cool. You got 4 of each of the Musketeer Dragons except for Million Rapier. Oh my god, throw Million Rapier in.
I don't have any though.
It's a rare.
It's a rare, and
and
Blake doesn't even have enough yet.
Yeah, true.
I could
missing
borrow some
one.
of yours just for the fun of it.
He's missing like one.
I mean, you do have a foil center sword, so center
Yeah.
sword's so good.
Alright, moving
I
on.
have a Million Rapier Dragon, but I really don't want to send it to Australia, because that'd be a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I'd just pick up one when I have money. So, last person is Joel.
Well, as you all should know, I play a Dungeon World Adventurer deck. Me and my buddy is Adric.
Deck list will be on the Buddyfight website soon.
I also play a Dual Seeker Ancient World deck, which everyone seems to like to face and like to lose.
It's just so fun fighting it.
I know, because I built Ancient World because I thought I want another cheap deck which I can just play because it's fun. I get an Ancient World promo which is kind of rubbish now. I'm thinking of taking it out because you don't really want a size 2 that's on the field, destroy, kill a size 1.
And you're paying a lifelink.
Yes. So I don't want that. I'm getting rid of that. But I do like the idea of having this massive guy in the center, doing everything because that massive guy's in the center, and then when he dies, summon an even more massive guy. And then when he dies, summon the biggest one. And then you just do everything in your power to keep him alive.
Yeah.
We'll finish the game with him.
Yeah, swing for 9.
Okay.
It's better to have if it was 9 crit with like no triple attack, it'd be much easier to know. But since it has triple attack, it's just able to go 3. Okay, no. Okay, still hitting for 6.
It also has penetrate.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm surprised I survived my first match against it.
I'm still working on it because it's obviously not done because most of the needed cards for Ancient World are promos. Like the one that searches a grade 3.
Wraith Trigger, the size 3 that does something I can't remember the name of.
Wraith Trigger's a size 2.
Wraith Trigger's a spell.
Wraith Trigger's a spell. Yes.
There's the size 3 that does something with other size 3s. It's like all the other cards, but anyway.
Okay, there's also a size 2 that discard from hand, pay 1 left, pay 1 gauge to nullify a spell.
Oh yeah, that thing.
I especially like using the Lightning Dragon one, the Thunder Dragon one. So I can just go, okay, you've got your really cool weapon, you know you don't anymore.
Yeah, I can't wait till the Buddy Fight, the Buddy Rare set comes out, because then Ancient World actually has some deck building strategy, because
Now, all
at
three
the
of the
moment
forms
Ancient
are
World
Buddy
is
Rares.
just Ancient World at the moment is just that deck, or it's a bad deck.
I want to play Ancient World Gold Seekers.
Buff my
You know, I
swag,
bet-
Buddy Fight edition.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people are gonna have like 3 gold rare of all the sizes
Why
of
3? Why
Dual
stop
Seeker.
at 3? Why can't you go to 4?
Well, they were just gonna play 4 Templars and 4
No, you can play 4 Spartan and 4
Yeah. Oh well.
Martial Arts Dragon Emperor.
Anyway, continue.
Well, that's basically it. I do have 2.5.
I was talking to TB.
Oh.
Sorry, you were saying
What?
something?
Oh no. Well, actually, I think Bushiroad heard our ideas that, you know, we want to make our decks more shiny, but we hate that we only get, like, you know, certain amount of hollows in each boxes. So I think they're like, let's just make this.
I think they were always planning to do that because they've done it in other games before, like the special set that Vanguard gets every year,
My Dungeon World
where
decks-
just everything's a foil. And it's like, I like the idea. The Buddy Rares in this set are still going to be somewhat expensive, but they're not going to be expensive as other Buddy Rares. But yeah, they're going to be... I like this set, and I like the idea, and I like just having a golden Mary suit.
Oh god.
What is with you and Mary Sue? Oh my gosh.
It's my favorite card of all card game
Just
history.
because it's a massive reference. That's all we want.
It's a reference to fan fiction. That's the... Whatever card does that!
Bushiroad. Bushiroad has many cards that do that.
But a reference to fan fiction.
Not just comic
I mean, they
book
also have
stuff,
Deus
it's
Ex Machina, but that's kind of like...
fiction.
That's like ancient
That's like-
copyright stuff.
That's ancient.
Deus Ex
Yeah.
Machina.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a deck called How Not to Write a Story, where it runs Deus Ex Machina and Mary Sue.
It's basically just destroying everything.
How Not to Write a Story. For Deus Ex Machina and for... How Not to Build a Deck either. Don't run for
How
Mary
Not
Sue
to
and
Write a
for
Story.
Deus Ex Machina.
How not to write a story.
I like that those cards like represent how bad they are in story writing.
How not to write a story.
They
By
look
Mary
really
Sue.
cool, but they act really cool, but they're not great. It's not something you run four of. You use them sparingly.
Unless you're Gal.
Unless you're...
Oh
Yeah.
god, I like to see Gal play this and pull everything off.
Yeah.
Except I was your Lord and Savior. No.
Live long and prosper.
References. Anyway. Yeah, I think we're done here, actually.
Yes,
Just
we are
about.
done here.
Any other, like, comments or...
Yeah, it's really hot in here.
Yeah, it's summer over here in Australia, and this room is getting hot as always. Wait, is it summer? No, it's still spring.
It's still spring, mate.
Almost.
Imagine
Yeah,
summer.
I was like,
Imagine-
stupid Melbourne weather!
Imagine summer, Blake. Imagine you lying in bed just melting away.
Honestly,
Well,
I would enjoy
you
that.
What?
You guys can have fun, you know, in the hot summertime while we, you know,
There's nothing
are
Freeze
cold
to death.
Summer.
over here. Yeah, I'm gonna
We
freeze to
trade
death.
seasons.
I hate the cold, though.
I love the cold.
You can. It's much,
Anyway.
it's much easier to deal with the cold.
And the hot chocolates.
Hot chocolates.
You can't deny that.
So anyway, we're all done here before we start spitting about random stuff for
Well,
another hour.
that's how podcasts end.
Oh yeah, it's just any podcast I listen
Because
to.
the,
Just end on
podcast,
random
because the
stuff.
podcasts normally end with completely off-topic crap.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we should end it before we do that because then we're gonna seem
Too bad, we've
unprofessional.
already done it.
Okay, maybe let's end it so we don't extend it, maybe?
Yeah. Well, anyway. So, we're all done here. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you do. You're probably watching this over YouTube. We're all done here. Thanks for joining us, TB. Thanks for joining us, Isabel and Joel. Even though you're living in the same house, I should get you one more often.
Yes.
Even if it does confuse the audience.
Who cares? It's another voice to listen to.
Even if it's the same voice. Well, you can tell we're brothers. Okay. We're all done here. Thanks for watching. Garrett's on out.
Sayonara.
See ya, guys.
Yeah.